Hey, wobble wobble wobble, this is Downtown Adrian J with the kicking sounds in London. How you going out there? It's yours truly, the big J, Adrian J, back again here in full effect, and welcome to J's Computers. And today we're going to be working on my Tosh, and we're going to be changing out a faulty keyboard, so don't go away. Okay, so my Toshiba is a bit battle worn. The keyboard is a bit sticky, and the problem is with this sticky keyboard now, everything is with passwords, and if the passwords are blanked out, you may not be able to get in because the double hitting or whatever. So it's quite actually an easy procedure to replace the keyboard, and that's what we're going to do. Now, originally when my keyboard went faulty, I got the original part from Toshiba. Now, the part I got, and I'm going to show you the part and where I got it from. I'm not sure if it's, I don't believe that Toshiba make them anymore because of the age of my computer. I think they're all not second hand, but new. They're not refurbished. They're new from a vendor. I think it's Capcom or something like that. It's not Toshiba, and I think the one I got from Toshiba, and I'll show you, actually isn't even Toshiba branded. So, and I can't remember how much I spent for it previously. It was in that 100 odd bucks or something like that, 70 bucks plus carriage and all that kind of stuff. And it got to me the next day, fitted in. I think it was fine. I think a few days after I had some issues, but I really can't remember. It was quite a few years ago. So I went to a website and I was looking around, and there's a whole load of keyboards that you can get ranging from 40 bucks up to 100 and something bucks. And I ummed and ahed about where I can get this from, and I found a place that was just around the corner from where I work, up in Scarborough. Notebook Solutions, which is notebooksolutions.ca. Let me just check, notebooksolutions.ca, NSI. And they've got a good website, and actually how I came across them was I basically typed in my machine, Toshiba L675 keyboard. Now mine is French Canadian keyboard. Now, I don't use the French part, I just use UK part, the UK part. But I don't know if there's special coding or anything on the keyboards where I could have put an ordinary British one, because you can get the standard British ones without the extra French part. But I don't know enough whether the other ones would work, and I didn't really want to risk spending 50 or 60 bucks on the cheaper keyboard, which may have worked or may not have worked. And then someone to turn around to me and say, well, you know something, you should have really ordered the right part. We can only guarantee the right part. So really, I went down that thing, and I wanted to keep my machine as original as possible. So when I put my stuff in, I found a website which was Notebook Solutions, and they had a whole list of keyboards, and you could actually put in your machine make. So Toshiba L675 01900K, whatever it was, and it would pull up. There was like 3 or 4 options, and I wanted to go for a cheaper option, but I wasn't sure 100% entirely. Again, I don't know if it would work or not work, and most places don't replace if you've ordered the wrong part, only if it's faulty kind of thing. So I emailed backwards and forwards, and also I took pictures of the back, and there's like a K number on there. And basically they came back to me and said, no, the part that you're looking at getting is not for your machine. They have a tech, they spoke to at the warehouse or whatever it is, and it came back to say, no, this is the part you need. So the part was running around 105 bucks, plus tax, plus delivery. So I just said, I saved the delivery and I just paid the tax, and picked it up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of screenshots, because on this software I'm using on my camera, I can't do screenshots and incorporate them because it just doesn't work properly. So I'm going to show you on my keyboard. I'm going to show you, we're going to do an unwrapping of the part. I'm going to show you how we take it apart and put it back in. It's really very, very simple. It's like a 10-minute job. Now this is for, and I need to look at my screen again, this is for the Toshiba. My one is a Toshiba L675, okay? There's another part on the part number on the end. It's 01900, okay, 1900 something or other, and I'll show you on the machine. This part is also compatible, and I'm looking at the screen so I'll give you the right information. The Toshiba L670, the L675, which is my one, the L670D and the L675D. They're probably all much of a muchness, okay? But I would always say, if you're dealing with any company and they say, listen, if you order the right part, there's no issue, we'll return it. But if you don't order the right parts, we can't replace it. So you then take your chance of having to pay 40 or 50 bucks for a part and then have to dump it and get the right part, okay? That's just up to what you want to do. And this is an old computer. So this is their website, it's NSI, and that's notebooksolutions.ca. And it's actually quite a good website. I kind of like the feel of it. And this is the one that I went for in the end. You can see it's 105 bucks. The one originally I wanted to get was something like 85 bucks. But as I said, the part wasn't right. So, and I'm glad, in a way, they confirmed that. And as you can see a big up from the thing. That's the screen there. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of dual letters. And if you look at my screen keyboard, you can see it's that. As I said, it's held together with sticky tape and there's like all kinds of stuff in it. It's very battle worn. So, you know, it is what it is. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of exit out of that. And I'm going to close that down. Okay, that's my little baby. So, we're going to have a look. Now, you have to excuse me because I'm doing this without a stand. So, I'm going to try and do this one-hand styling. So, this is the keyboard. And this is the part number. 98650, and the brand is Dafon. It's made in China, so it's not a Toshiba part. It's probably made for Toshiba. So let's take it out. Now I'm not sure if Jane had opened this previously to double check it, but usually most of the keyboards I ever get is wrapped in that poly stuff. So that may well have been the case, but it's wrapped in its anti-static bag. Let's have a look. You're looking at it as I'm seeing it now, and let's have a look there. From 130 CK, made in China, original one. Okay, that looks all kind of okay. This is sorry, here we go. There was another one. There we go, this is part number 98650. Okay, and this is the thing which we fit into the back. Okay, and this all kind of looks all right. So let's take this out. I'm going to take it out of the wrapping. As I said, they're usually in a bubble wrap, but I'm guessing that was already bubble wrapped. Okay, that looks good. It's obviously a brand new part because if you can see, it's got like this this stuff on there. Initially, it looks all good. This is the thing which will fit in there. Yeah, I think it should be okay. At least I'm hoping so, because this is the part that they recommended. And on their website, they say if you give them, now on the website, if you give them your serial number, your part number of the machine, it's guaranteed. So we're hoping, fingers crossed. Okay, so let's put this aside. I'm not going to take it out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it on the static wrap until we get to use it. I don't actually believe for 1 minute static's going to damage this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, before you do any work on your machine, it's always best to shut it down. It's switched off. Take the mouse here apart. I would also suggest for you to take out the battery. Now the battery, you can see here, there's a clip here and a clip here, and you just basically pull it out. Okay, I'd leave it a minute or 5. Just make sure it's a Toshiba L675 PSK 3AC 01900 and the serial number. So I gave those numbers to notebook, sorry, Jane. Okay, as you can see, it is very badly worn, but it does a job. I like my Tosh. Now, what we do was we turn it back around. It's very few tools. You just need a pointy thing and a screwdriver thing. Now, if you've got a screwdriver, mini screwdriver set, like I just happen to have one here, that's all you really need. And to be honest, there's a few other bits. If you're going to replace a few other bits on the computer, you actually need to take the keyboards out, so it's not actually a bad idea. So you need one of these pointy things. Okay, this is called an owl, not an OWL as in the bird. It's called an AWL. And basically what you do is, and I'm going to try to do this both hands, so you squeeze more. Get it under here. Okay. Feels like it's going to break, but trust me, it won't. Get it underneath here, and then put it out and put it to the side. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and if you use a precision screwdriver to protect it, oops, my ones are magnetized for some reason. On some things I've used this on, it's obviously got closer to a magnet. If you're going to take a laptop apart, make sure you've got a lot of light. You've got a torch, maybe a headlight or something. So I've got a lot of light in my room, so I'm fine. Okay. So we've got 4 screws. I'm going to put those screws over here. Keep them safe. We don't need this. Now, how this comes out, can you see there's like a clip here? Basically pull it towards you, right? So I'm going to pull it towards me. And there's like a hinge in here, so you blam. And that's it. Okay. This is the keyboard here, so turn it over. Okay. These are the parts. I'll show you the parts, the part code in a minute. So be careful with this ribbon cable. Now, this is how you remove it. Try and get in there as close as I can. Luckily, I've got a better camera than last time. So you just get underneath here, lift that up there, lift that up there, and it's done. And all you just do is pull it out. Bloop, done. Now, if you can see, if you remember on that one, my old, the new one, it's up like this. So I'm going to have to kind of turn it over for it to go in here. So why don't we have a look at the part number? So PK13130CK 98660. Now I remember Jane saying that there was 2 parts, this one 98660 and the one I got, and that is not available. PK13, excuse my hand, it's a bit shaky. PK130CK. Now this is PK130CK 2B, and this is 1B, 2B, 1B, 2B, 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 and I really don't care as long as it works. This is the old part number, 98650, and this is a replacement, 98660, and obviously I think they're going to be the same. Okay, now I'm going to put this aside, I'm going to put this up here, and here we go. This is the inside of the keyboard. Actually, I might as well show you this. This is quite interesting. So this, you've got a number of, if you want to actually remove this, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there. You have to undo them, then you turn it over. This one here is for the trackpad, the mouse. So if you're going to take stuff, apart, you have to take that out. I think this is the Wi-Fi card. This is the Wi-Fi card. I'm not sure what that is. I can't remember without taking it out. And there's a couple of other bits which are not relevant. And I think this is for the drive. It's there. So yeah, so it's all good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can. Right. So this has got to go this way. Okay. Make sure they are fully open and they stay fully open. Then what the idea is, when you push that into there, you then lock it. Okay. It's a bit fiddly, especially if it's not pre-formed. It will eventually go pre-formed by sitting there. So we'll get it in there. See there? Slip it in. Make sure it's just pushed in all the way. Don't need to push it in all the way hard. Then what we do is we close those clips. I'll do that because I can't do this holding it on the camera. So there we go. And I just use this to kind of lock them. Okay, and that's right, that's good. Put this, you see these two clips here, and you've got like a slot there and a slot there. Put the clip in there. This has to go right in there. Clip it right in and push it down. Screws back on, because I've found in the past if you just try and test the keyboard when it's not sitting properly, it just won't it will work, but you might get a bit of keyboard bounce. When you're tightening the screws up, don't tighten them up too much. Like that there. And number 4. Okay. There. Feels nice. It's a nice action. And then lastly, this will only go in one way. If you see these these grooves, it's like grooves, they'll only go in one way. And you'll also see like there's a clip, so you just put the clip back in again, and it just basically, bam, done. Now, make sure this is down okay, and I'm going to pull this this thing off because I can't really test it. Feels good. Feels good. Now we're going to put the battery back in. Okay, here we go. So we're going to see if there's any error messages for the keyboard. So let's see if it boots up correctly. We don't want to see anything like keyboard error or any kind of crap. No, good. It's gone straight into starting Windows. There we go. Okay, to check your keyboard, if you open up Notepad, I don't know if you can see it that way, and what you want to do is you want to type out "the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog." That is every single character on the keyboard. Every letter has come out. Now another thing you should do is to check. Now what the problem I was having is the keys weren't properly typing. So what I do is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. It's a working keyboard. So see, piece of cake on doing that. I would probably say I may have got away with getting the cheaper keyboard, but it's too much of a pain to put wrong parts. I mean, if you've watched my BMW channel, you know I like to get the real proper parts because it's just not worth the hassle, seriously. I was looking around to get another laptop, but for what I want, I'm going to actually use my daughter's. She's got a Dell. She likes the newest and coolest, so I'm going to buy her a new machine for her birthday in October, and I'm going to take her Dell. I'm still going to keep this. I'm going to do a few bits and pieces with this. I need this for my DJing and my other bits and pieces. I just like this machine. Is it worth spending 104 plus tax where I could have? It's just a couple of sticky keys. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, it does what it does. I've updated all the RAM on this. It runs at 8 gig. It's the highest it can go. I've removed the HDD and I put an SDD. That's really good. I would definitely tell you, and I've been running this for a while, definitely get an SDD. You will not, all new machines have SDDs. If you've got an old machine, you put an SDD and you'll see the difference. You honestly will. So there's nothing else that can be done to this machine. And I'll probably run it till it dies. If the CPU dies and I can't get another CPU, or one of the discrete chips dies and I can't, then that's it. It's done. It's toast. But until then, I'm going to keep using it. I've used it for a lot of different things, and I like it. So as far as notebook solutions I would probably say I would definitely give them an Adrian J's thumbs up. Definitely, 100%. I have no qualms. I would definitely use them again. And if you're looking for any computer parts, I don't know what other computer parts they do. It looks like they do quite a wide variety of computer parts. Definitely look up their site. It's notebooksolutions.ca, I think it was, notebooksolutions.ca. And definitely go and check them out. And as I said, I think the guarantee on their site is that, I think it's 30-day warranty. I think that's probably standard. But as long as you give them the model number, full model number, and the serial number, they'll double check what you need and they'll confirm it. And I think as long as you give them that, that's guaranteed. But if you say, no, I want this part, that's fine. That's why I didn't want to go for the cheaper part, and the cheaper part would have probably worked. I don't use the French part of it, but I don't know if there was any issues with on the discrete components connecting into it. I don't know. I honestly really don't know. So, but me, I'll do that. So, and I've also found that if you cheap out, you'll always invariably regret it. So, and as I said, there was a lot of to and froing with Notebook Solutions with Jane, and it was good because I think they're really interesting, giving you good service. And I think if you get good service from a company, you'll always go back to them, and you'll always give them a thumbs up or go on Google reviews, or if you're a YouTuber, you'll do that. So I think companies have got wise. The days of you getting screwed and stiffed and shafted by companies is over, because back in the day it was no one knows. But if you go to a company now, as you know from one of my other reviews for another company, it will go around like wildfire. So they try their best. So yeah, so thumbs up to the keyboard, thumbs up to Notebook Solutions. Definitely use them. I'll definitely recommend them. If you need any stuff, definitely hit them up first. As you can see how the parts came, no problems. So I'm going to get cracking. I've got a few bits and pieces of work to do. I'm actually starving. I've just been driving around a little bit. So I'm going to go grab some food. So from yours truly, VJ and Jay, saying peace out, Unity. I love you like that. I'm out of here like a tooth in the night. Smash that like button and subscribe. And if you didn't like this video for any reason at all, any reason, like you don't like the hat, you don't like my glasses, you didn't like the whatever I did, come and tell me. Absolutely, come tell me. But if you like what you saw and it helped you, or you think it might help someone else, go and tell other people. Take care. I'm out of here.